You water it. You give it sunlight. You talk to it. You even named it. And it still dies. Sound familiar? You are not alone. Millions of people kill their houseplants every single year, and they have absolutely no idea why. But here is the thing, it is not your fault. And today I am going to show you the 7 hidden reasons your houseplants keep dying, reasons that most plant channels never talk about. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never lose another plant again. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. Today we are diving deep into the 7 silent killers of houseplants. These are not the obvious mistakes you read about everywhere. These are the hidden ones. The sneaky ones. The ones that are probably happening in your home right now without you even knowing. And trust me, reason number 4 is going to surprise you. Let's get into it. Reason number 1. You are loving your plant to death. I know, that sounds dramatic. But overwatering is the number 1 killer of houseplants worldwide, and it is not what most people think. It is not about giving too much water at once. It is about watering too frequently, before the soil is even ready for it. Here is what happens. When the soil stays wet for too long, the roots cannot breathe. They literally suffocate underground. And then something called root rot sets in. The scary part? By the time you see the plant drooping and yellowing on the outside, the roots are already destroyed on the inside. And at that point, it is very hard to save. So what do you do? Simple. Before you water, stick your finger about 2 inches into the soil. If it still feels moist, wait. Only water when that top layer feels dry. That one habit alone will save more plants than anything else I will tell you today. Reason number 2. Your plant is getting the wrong kind of light. This one confuses so many people. They put their plant near a window and think, great, it has light. But not all light is the same. A north-facing window gives very dim, indirect light. A south-facing window gives bright, intense light all day. And most houseplants are incredibly specific about what they need. For example, a pothose or a snake plant can survive in low light. But a fiddle leaf fig or a succulent placed in a dark corner will slowly starve, even if it looks okay for the first few weeks. Plants are patient. They die slowly. So here is what you need to do. Look up the specific light requirements for each plant you own. And if your space does not have enough natural light, consider a small grow light. They are inexpensive and they make a massive difference. Reason number 3. The pot is the problem, not the plant. Your plant might be perfectly healthy, and the pot is what is killing it. There are 2 big pot mistakes people make. The first one is using a pot with no drainage hole. When there is nowhere for the water to escape, it just sits at the bottom and drowns the roots. Always, always, use a pot with drainage. The second mistake is keeping the plant in a pot that is too big. People think bigger pot means more room to grow, more room to be happy. But actually, when a small plant sits in a huge pot, the soil around the roots stays wet for too long because the plant cannot absorb all that moisture. The result? Root rot again. The rule is simple. When you repot, only go 1 pot size up at a time. Reason number 4. Your tap water might be slowly poisoning your plants. I told you this one would surprise you. Most tap water contains chlorine and fluoride. And while those chemicals are fine for humans, many houseplants are extremely sensitive to them. Over time, these chemicals build up in the soil and start damaging the roots from the inside. You might notice brown leaf tips, or yellowing that does not make sense even though you are doing everything right. The fix is easy. Let your tap water sit out in an open container overnight before using it. The chlorine evaporates naturally. Or even better, collect rainwater when you can. Plants absolutely love it. This one small change can completely transform the health of sensitive plants like spider plants, peace lilies, and calatheas. Reason number 5. You are ignoring the humidity. Most popular houseplants, like monsteras, ferns, orchids, and calatheas, come from tropical environments. They are used to air that is naturally humid. But the air inside most homes, especially in winter when the heating is on, is extremely dry. And dry air slowly destroys tropical plants. The leaves start to crisp at the edges. They curl. They lose their shine. So what can you do? You have a few options. You can group your plants together. Plants naturally release moisture and create a mini humid microclimate around each other. You can place a tray of water and pebbles under the pot. Or the most effective solution, get a small humidifier near your plants. Your plants will look completely different within just a few weeks. Reason number 6. You are not feeding your plants, or you are feeding them too much. Plants need food just like we do. And inside a pot, the nutrients in the soil get used up fast. After a few months, the soil is basically empty. No nutrients means the plant cannot grow, cannot fight disease, and slowly gets weaker until it dies. But here is the other side of the problem: over-fertilizing is just as dangerous. Too much fertilizer burns the roots and can kill a plant faster than not feeding it at all. The sweet spot? During spring and summer, the growing season, feed your plants once a month with a balanced liquid fertilizer. In fall and winter, most plants go into rest mode. Stop feeding completely and let them rest. This seasonal rhythm is one of the most important things you can do for long-term plant health. Reason number 7. You are not paying attention to the temperature. This last one is something almost nobody thinks about. Your plant might be sitting near an air conditioning vent. Or next to a drafty window. Or right beside a heater. And those sudden temperature changes, even just moving the plant from a warm room to a cold one, can send a plant into shock. Tropical plants especially hate cold drafts. Even a few hours of cold air can cause leaves to drop overnight and the plant to go into a spiral it never recovers from. The fix is simple but requires attention. Keep your plants away from vents, heaters, and drafty windows. Try to keep the temperature in the room consistent. Most houseplants are happiest between 60 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Stable temperature equals a stable, happy plant. So let's do a quick recap. Reason 1, overwatering before the soil is ready. Reason 2, wrong type of light for your specific plant. Reason 3, bad pot choice, no drainage, or too large a pot. Reason 4, tap water chemicals building up in the soil. Reason 5, air that is too dry for tropical plants. Reason 6, no nutrients in the soil or too much fertilizer. And reason 7, temperature shock from drafts and vents. If you fix even 3 of these 7 things, I promise you, your plants will look completely different in 30 days. Plants are not complicated. They just need the right conditions. And now you know exactly what those conditions are. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, it genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you want more honest, practical plant advice, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I will see you in the next one.